Hello again, lizard fans. We got two more, and probably the last two I'm going to get from the second series of lizards from Lizard Kingdom. So we have the yellow. Well, first we're going to do this. What is this thing called? A red-eyed crocodile skink, and then we're going to do the yellow-spotted monitor lizard. There's this blue tongue skink, and I don't know what that thing is, but and there's that monitor lizard. But I don't think I'm going to get those. There's nothing else in the box here. It's got some dense foam. These are rigid plastic. So this one is really loose in there. Thankfully nothing's broken. This one here, boy, I don't know if it's got a rigid tongue. It probably does. Yeah, it really needs more foam. Oh, there is no tongue that I can see. I wonder if it broke off. I wonder if it just didn't come with one. The tail pierced the bag here. It is an opening for a tongue, but there is no tongue. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Alright, so these guys are smart. At least they put this in a separate bag. Dino rolls and, what is it? Not dino roll. That other Kong species studio, Ancient Beasts. The tongues are on the object and they're so brittle. They should really give you two of these in case one breaks. Alright, we'll get to this one later. So the red-eyed crocodile skink here, it's a cool looking, it looks like a dragon. It's really small as far as lizards go. It is kept in the pet trade, but it's endemic to New Guinea, and it can also be found in Indonesia. So these things are vocalized when they're distressed and even play dead when they're handled. An interesting characteristic of these is they only lay one egg, so both parents protect that one egg. But obviously that's not good for breeding. Putting everything, literally one egg in one basket. These things must have slow metabolisms. They don't eat much. The infants will only consume 2 insects a day, and the adults will only consume 3 insects a day. Grubs, crickets, worms, and that's about it. So you gotta add some vitamin D3 powder if you're gonna keep these in captivity. But they are prone to respiratory disease and some other type of disease, bacteria that can affect these things. So that's all I really know about this. So looking at the bottom though, nice round scaling and stuff, and the feet, yeah, you got individual digits and black painted claws. And then you can see this, it's a really dark brown, almost like, it looks black on my camera, but it's a really dark brown. So some funky sharp scales like a snake here, a totally different type of scale along the sides, and then like armor plates, you know. This is crazy. This looks medieval, or like at least dinosaur like, right? Anyways, the bottom here is round, and then you can see them transition to larger flat geometric scales, and then really rocky type of scales here, looking almost like tiles. The eyes are just glossy black with a white dot for reflection, and then there's pink, I guess, pink, red, orange. It's not pink, it's not red either. It's kind of a mix between orange and red, I would say. Anyways, there's some nostrils in white. They're very tiny depressions of nostrils though. And then the scaling up here, huge scales, quite interesting. It almost looks like an insect actually. That's what I'm thinking here. But here it's interesting, these triangular protrusions on the back of the head. Anyways, this is a pretty small one here. So Varanus panoptes is also known as the Argus monitor lizard, yellow spotted monitor. Here's its little tongue, by the way. Let's pop that in there. Okay. Maybe some poster putty would be smart. I wonder if it can go in upside down. Probably. Alright, so yeah, you have that option there. I guess down would make more sense. But it can go up in the real world. So these monitor lizards are found in northern and western regions of Australia and southern New Guinea. So the females can grow to be 90 centimeters, but the males can grow up to 1.5 meters long. So that's pretty big, pretty long, but they only weigh up to like 7 kilos. The big iguanas can weigh twice that, so these particular lizards will lay between 6 to 13 eggs in the earlier part of the year. They like to dig around for lizards and mice and all that stuff, but they'll pretty much eat anything. I think that's just a dead kangaroo or something there. A snake, whatever. So many of these are now held in captivity because the cane toad, which is a toxic toad, is taking a lot of these things out. The monitors will eat them and die because the things are poisonous. Another interesting characteristic of this monitor is the ability to tripod, and is checking out look as a defensive and offensive measure to see prey and to avoid being eaten by other things, including other monitor lizards. Alright, so that's all I care to learn about there. Let's start at the bottom of it. Now this one's quite long. Let me bust out the ruler on this one. This one is like 13 centimeters long. Definitely over 12, or around 5 inches in length. Alright, the bottom of this thing here, we have some fine round like scales, and you can see the painting. It's like a black with some, black and then some off-white or ivory colored spots here, I guess yellow, since that's what it's called, but it's a very light yellow. I would call it more of like an eggshell color. So it's spotted quite a bit. The claws are painted this ivory color as well. Interesting. Some wrinkles like monitor lizards have. Pretty wide back area. The eyes are painted nicely. They're glossy. There's a little reflection there, and then this orange ring. The nostrils are a little bit shallow. All in all, I guess it's okay. You get some variation in the scaling and stuff like that. It does look like a monitor lizard, just a squished down version. I think they could have squished it more to make it look even more cartooned. I think that might be like an ear canal right there, some sort of recess, the tympanum or whatever, or I don't know if it's an ear canal or not. So the tongue is nice. It's got some, channel down in the middle as well. Well, let's look at the other ones that I have from the collection. So we got this very vibrant blue iguana here. We also have a vibrant Galapagos land iguana. And then the secret chase is something called the armadillo girdled lizard. So I think that's it. I'm not sure. The tegu and the other monitor, I think the other monitor is the same casting, just a different paint job. And the blue tongue skink they don't really interest me. So I think this is all I'm going to get from this collection. But I appreciate you guys checking this out. And if they ever come out with a collection 3, I'm pretty sure I'll find something that I like from that collection. Alright, you can look up reviews of these other ones elsewhere. I think the highlight for this one is this one, this red-eyed crocodile skink. It looks like a dragon, right? In real life and in cartoon form. My pet dragon, how to train that thing. Alright, well thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next lizard video.